Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the about that?
Hey, yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
All right.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
All right, then. Let's go now.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah. It's time.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Ready?
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw, Young. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
16 yards.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Young working out of the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jordan Burch in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Panthers first down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Young. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rico Dowdle with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Wishnowski set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much. Further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at these Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field, and it was a fairly innocuous play call.
And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Goff. Jamison Williams. And all the way down to the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
In motion, the tight end. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ready?
Young now. Now they go screen. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Ready? 33. Ready?
Looking to throw. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. To the left side, he's got Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready? Here we go. Set. Blue. 3rd. Ready.
They run here with Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He
did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football.
And Xavier Legette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
A couple quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Now here's Young. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Young to throw it. That one complete to Ligon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Okay, right. Check White.
First and 10 at the 18-yard
Let's go now.
line.
Ready?
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now Young. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ja'Tavion Sanders from 13 yards out. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and a couple. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Gone. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
At the 43-yard line.
Young. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Hands it off out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Black, 95. Ready.
Young to throw it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 28.
Goff now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now Goff finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Out of the gun, Goff. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
12.
On 4th down, Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the shotgun, it's Young. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ready. Opposite. Green, 33. Yellow.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here we cut.
Here's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Lions 6.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Wide open receiver complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jalen Hyatt, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Young working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. And he is caught. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jalen Hyatt with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And running with power here. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 76. We go tonight. Like 20.
After the interception, here's Goff. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 27-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Yellow, 22.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Here, cut.
Young. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Goff. They'll find Williams on the slant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
There's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Lions, first down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Lions
To throw is Goff. Complete right side to Hyatt. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back to throw, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Sam Laporta from 3 yards out. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Goff looking to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal.
31.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to manage the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That stop made by Jack Campbell. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Young to throw it. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's gone. That is caught by Laporta. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Panthers 41, Lions 38. Jack Fox.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Nifty move. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They've got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Let's go. Yellow. Set.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Trying to take this home. They'll run. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go. Set. 60 red. Ready.
Young. That is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going after passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
33. Yellow. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of the team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's first down. Now Young. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
That is caught. McMillan with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
22 more yards.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Young. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Ready?
Young to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Final 2 seconds. This is it. One last shot for Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Take that pain, pass it down like photos on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh,